All right, welcome back to the SF Comic Co. The holiday edition here at the SF Company Hour here, number 108. We're going to talk Spider-Man, No Way Home, full spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, Rick's going to try to remember, put some time codes in, but we'll see what happens. Meow, 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 meow. What's going on, folks? Two more shows left in the year. 2021. What a weird, up and down, crazy thing it's been. What the fuck was that? Sambuca? What the fuck was that?
Fernet.
Oh, yeah, well, cheers to you, your diuretic.
Fernet's delicious. He drinks water.
Listen, I am Ray Doomzilla. This is the SF Comic Co. This is the SF Company Hour, number 108. We talk comics, movies, TV shows, toys, some wrestling once in a while, some video games, whatever nerd stuff we like to talk, based in the great city of San Francisco, the great smelly, shit-stained wasteland of the former great city of San Francisco. Joining me, Maximum Effort Grayson, who's off screen doing something. There he goes. Oh, hello there.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Yeah?
Still basking in birthday month.
So yeah.
I'm enjoying it until the 12th.
Your mic's a little low.
Is my mic low?
There you go.
Better.
There you go. You actually have to talk into the mic. Yeah, there you go.
Oh shit! I've seen too many streams where that they fucking yell at people for that. So let me just scoot into the mic, dick.
Talking to the mic.
Talking to the mic.
Pretend it's a cock in front of you.
Yeah, there we go. Let me see.
There you go.
I might have to tweak my settings as while we talk, but yeah.
There you go. Krista, greetings and salutation there. What's up, Krista? Danny, hola peeps. What's up, Danny? Danny Q, man. Hard to hear Rick. Yeah.
All right, how about now? Too loud?
No, that sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, when you can't hear Rick, that's when you know you have some issues.
If that isn't a true statement, holy shit.
So we're gonna talk some figures. We got some fun figures, a couple figure things to talk about. We're gonna talk about the new Punisher logo. We're gonna talk, and our big topic this week, Spider-Man: No Way Home. We'll do a quick little non-spoiler, then we'll go jump into full spoilers because really, it's hard, really, very, very. Like we say that all the time, but this one is truly a hard movie to talk about if you haven't seen it, and without talking spoilers. So we'll get into that very soon. But let's. Hey, why are you taking my logo? Jerk.
I don't know why to give me your logo though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What the fuck? Not cool. Are you changing my settings? What's going on here?
I haven't changed shit.
I got it. Oh, my bad.
Hey, the fuck is going on here?
Wow. Sorry, I don't know these buttons just yet.
I don't know these buttons. You've been using this for how long?
Stop yelling at me.
I'm just learning.
Yeah, why isn't mine here? All right.
There you go. All right. So this week, next week we're gonna do our best of 2021, our top 10 of 2021. Our top 10s for the year are usually different. It's just everything that your personal top 10. It could be a moment, it could be a movie, it could be a character, it could be a TV show, just whatever your personal top 10. A concert you might have attended. So just look out for that next week. I think Hondo is going to join us, and Scumbag Dre from Six Scale Reviews should be joining us. TBD on that one. But that should be a lot of fun. And then the first week of January, we're going to do our 2022 preview episode, just kind of talking about all the shit we're looking forward to in 2022. We'll be doing that with Michelica. That's going to be a lot of fun. So look out for that. Follow the social medias, like the video, all that crap they make you do. All right, so we'll start off showing off some figures. We usually like to start off show Rick some figures and hear his reactions and what have you. So we're gonna figuring out with Ray Doomzilla, the segment that's sweeping the nation. So Hasbro's coming out with a bunch of figures. This X-Men wave. I pulled out some of the highlights of this one. So this is a Maggot from the, I would say, late 90s X-Men run. Very weird, during the Major era kind of run, Carlos Pacheco run of X-Men. Very weird character, but I kind of like his design. It's just a weird off character. I think this is the first Toy Biz, or sorry, Marvel Legend of him. Pretty sure it is. I think they did a Toy Biz one, but it was pretty bad. But you remember this character, Rick?
This is from Age of Apocalypse?
No, this is after Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, I don't remember this character, dude. I'm like...
Yeah, basically
the power... I've never even heard of a fucking mutant with the power of maggots or something.
Yeah, it was a weird character. He basically his two little maggot friends would like absorb, like eat, devour like energy and shit and powers and stuff.
Are those two maggots like his buddies? Like
yeah, they're like part of him. Like they're part of his like intestinal tract.
It's not just different maggots he summons or anything, right?
No, they come out of his body. It's a weird character.
Sounds like the fucking Beastmaster with the fucking...
It's a cool looking design though. I kind of like the design. It's like interesting and it's not a normal fucking character design. So just for nostalgia, I might pick this one up. But it's an interesting design for sure.
You know who it kind of reminds me of, the face wise, but all you have to do is maybe lose a little bit of the hair or make it different. It looks like it'd be fucking Strong Guy, Guido.
Kind of, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is to me. This is to satisfy like that fringe character person. There's always a fringe character guy. I mean, I'm a fringe character guy.
Yeah,
I don't remember this one. So maybe
yeah, this was late. Oh no, I would say mid. Yeah, probably like mid '90s. I would think, like probably like just after Age of Apocalypse. I think.
Well, yeah, because Joe Mad was still fucking drawing X-Men at the time, right? Yeah.
I don't know if he like helped create the character, but I definitely remember him drawing the character for sure. We get Sabretooth in his original first appearance costume. Is brown and gold. It kind of looks like Wild Child.
It does look like a beefed up Wild Child, dude.
Yeah. I don't like the open fingers either. I'm not a fan of that.
I don't mind that. I do mind the face sculpt. That looks like fucking shit. Looks like they just smushed his face together. Yeah. What the fuck, dude? It's like
also in this. It's also coming with I think Siren's in part of this line. I forgot who else. It's a Build-A-Figure for the Reavers. The dude.
That's dope as fuck. I don't know if I'd buy the figures. That they're smart to do this figure like this.
Yeah, like
I want a Reaver. I just don't want those other figures.
Yeah, fun fact about the Reavers. They're actually the soldiers from when Wolverine fought the Hellfire Club during the Dark Phoenix saga. He chopped up a bunch of these guards, and they came back as Reavers, like half robots, kind of like fucking basically had to replace all the parts that Wolverine fucking cut off. No, but ironically, I got the omnibus today. I'll talk about it later. That kind of has the Reavers in it, so we'll talk about that.
That's a Claremont run, right?
Oh yeah. It's an Inferno prologue.
Yeah.
But the figure I'm most excited about in this line, Havoc with the fucking power signature, which is one of my favorite power signatures in the X-Men. Just with the cool effects, the cool bubble circle effects. So this looks really cool. They've had Havoc figures before, but this is like, and they've had this costume before, but this is definitely the best one I've seen. And the fact that it comes with that power signature, like all around him, and it looks fucking really cool, man.
Sick as fuck, dude.
I really like this. I'm definitely probably gonna get this one and display him with the power, because I love that the circle power signatures when you just like blast away. It just always looked like a cool effect in the comics. So they never did it justice. I remember when the first Toy Biz, I think the second line of Toy Biz, X-Men back in the early 90s, they had a Havoc on the box art, the corner box, like. So everyone thought, okay, where's the Havoc figure? I remember calling customer service like, hey, there's Havoc on the box. Why is there no figure?
Why is it?
I was a little baby Karen, like, hey, where's my Havoc figure? I want a Havoc figure. I love this character. I'm a big fan. Just with that power signature, like the design of that is fucking really cool. I'm definitely gonna have to get this one.
I think this is a must get, man. You know what? One thing I loved about excuse me, was out of Havoc's signature is the closest thing I've ever seen to it on screen that I can describe to someone what it should look like is bullet time. When you see a bullet flying through the air and you see that pulse, you should be able to just see that pulse just rushing out of his fucking out of his arms.
Yeah,
I think he's been done wrong in the movies.
Yeah,
but in this figure form, dude, this is fucking dope. This is something out. This is like a cover right here.
Yeah,
you can put other things behind him, and this is a fucking comic cover.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm not sure. This hasn't gone on pre-order yet. I think it's soon. They just kind of announced the line. So yeah, this is definitely the standout of the line. I'm definitely gonna have to mess with this one. Just a very cool looking figure. Let's see here. GDB joining too or nah?
Oh, for the year end or for the
figures
for the best
skip?
of? Oh no, I think he's talking about for the year end. I'm like, yeah, sure, come on down.
Leo doesn't have a top 10. It just be like top 10 bike rides. Yeah. 6 scale reviews. What's good, y'all?
Coyote Point.
What's up, 6 scale reviews? Go check out those guys. Man, a lot of good, fun hot toy talk and stuff. I got to jump on one of those shows soon. So, yeah, go check them out. Lori, evening, gents. What's up, Lori? Gave me a nice little bottle of tequila for the holidays. Thank you. Appreciate that. Lori, I like when bullets are shot in the Matrix. Yeah, bullet time.
That's
not the first one. Not the first ones to do it, but they did pretty well.
But that just that effect, the way the bullets look as you're passing, I think that would have been the perfect way to portray Havoc's power.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. Yeah, it was lame in the movies. Like it just kind of did like a red. Oh, it's Cyclops' brother, so he has to.
So he has to throw, and he was throwing red discs.
Yeah, nah.
Out of his chest, like.
Nah,
he was hula hooping. That's what he was doing.
Hula hoop. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I thought that was pretty fucking lame when they did that. Let's see. All right, these just got announced today, a couple hours ago. This is the second set of figures coming out of the Invincible line. We have Omni-Man and Invincible, the first two. This is the next two in the line. I like Robot. Robot looks really good. There's something off about Autumn Eve. I'm not sure. Like her face looks.
It's the face.
Yeah, it looks round. Like I don't know, weird. Like kind of.
No, they have her eyes positioned in the wrong place. It looks like they're not. Yeah. They're like either super far apart, but her eyebrows are hella fucking like she's surprised and shit. And that mouth, it's too fucking just closed.
She looks like the doll from Rugrats. Remember, the girl had the fucking little doll with like the fucked up hair.
Angelica.
Yeah, Angelica had the
little doll.
Looks like, yeah. I like Robot. Robot looks good.
Robot looks fucking great. Who are these by?
This is Diamond Select.
Diamond Select.
Yeah.
The robot figure looks pretty dope, man.
The Omni-Man and the Invincible look pretty good too. So yeah, this is like the 7-inch line. Yeah, this is 7-inch line of figures. So yeah, I'm kind of meh. I don't know. Maybe I might get the robot, but I just hope this line continues because there's so many characters I want from this line. The McFarlane did like the little 5-inch figures for a little bit. They only did. They didn't really do too many. They did a bunch of variants of Invincible. They did a couple Adam Eves, but I want to see them expand the line. There's so many great characters I want to see made from the comic and the TV show. So hopefully they get to that at some point. But yeah, let's see here. All right, Super 7 just announced this today. It's the Arctic Rescue Vehicle. This is from I think the first, one of the first seasons of G.I. Joe, where like Snake Eyes is all passed out in the snow, and this blind guy fucking kind of helps him. It's a super deep cut for G.I. Joe, the cartoon, but it looks kind of cool. It comes with a bunch of dogs and like a sleigh. It's a pretty ridiculous. The one thing about this, it looks cool, but it's fucking pricey as fuck. This is $75 for this.
$275?
$75.
Oh, okay, I was going 275.
Yeah, you get 2 reaction figures, and you get the sleigh, like 6 sleigh dogs in the sleigh. It's kind of pricey for $75. It's cool though. It's a fucking deep cut for the cartoon, but I'm not paying for $75 for that shit. That's fucking that's kind of ridiculous.
All right, so has this ever been made before, or is this like something original that they made up?
Oh no, that was from the cartoon. You know?
No, I know I know it's from the cartoon, but it was this. Is this like a something that they've remade that Kenner originally made?
No one's met. No one's
They
ever.
have no.
Yeah, this is...
and that's a good reason. I wouldn't. What the fuck, dude? It's does it come with a little fucking thing that was radioactive that Snake Eyes had on him?
Probably. Yes, I think he glows in the dark too.
He just has. This has to have a lot of accessories for it to be $75.
Yeah, it's kind of pricey for that. I would say like $50 would be fair for this, but not fucking 75.
If you let's say you have all the dogs and you get Snake Eyes and fucking
Fake Santa.
Did he get the dog too? Did he get the
Timber?
wolf? Yeah, did he get Timber at that time?
He might have. I don't think it was part of that episode though.
I think Timber helped save him during those episodes. That's what helped him out. That Timber never left. I vaguely remember in that episode that Snake Eyes is convalescing inside dude's home, and he tells Snake Eyes that the dog never left his side, and you can see fucking Timber near the fire, just like getting warm. I vaguely remember that shit. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember.
Rick's never been wrong before. I don't know why start now. What was the other?
Maybe good memory. Good memory.
Do you though?
Pretty good memory. I'll tell you when it's not a memory. I'll tell you like, oh yeah, I'm shitty that night. Yeah.
I don't know. If this was like $25 cheaper, I would consider it just because of the weird fucking weird factor of it.
I think that extra $25 is like nostalgia then.
Yeah. Well, that's Super 7. That's what they kind of like base their whole thing on is Big Leo, what is she, a chola? Talking about the anime figure. Yeah, I actually had that thought too.
Right? What's up?
All she needs is a fucking blade in her hand. She'll be ready to stab a bitch.
La jefa.
Don't fuck with anime, man.
I didn't say heifer. I said hefa for you guys.
Heifer?
I gotta fucking make sure.
Yeah, Rick's been canceled. All right, one more thing for Super 7. Yes. All right, one more thing for Super 7. The next wave of their Transformers figures. This is their part of the reaction. Another one of their reaction line. The one that stands out to me, of course, is Grimlock. I love me some Grimlock, so I'm gonna have to get this one. They already had Grimlock in his robot form, so now they're going in there. Excuse me. Oh, so rude. I blame the Coors Light. So yeah, this is these are fun figures. I have a bunch of these, man. I probably have like 6 or 7 of these, man. They don't transform, but they're just like Kenner style figures. Kind of digging these, man. They're fun little little tchotchkes, little things to put on the shelf there, and they look cool with the card backs and stuff too. So
those are dope, man.
Yeah, I like them a lot, man. Yeah, there's some cool ones.
See, people, I know there's a group of collectors when it comes to toys that they're all like, I know there's 6-inch scale guys and 7-inch, 12-inch guys.
Scale whores, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
all scales matter.
They really do. They really do. There's a lot of work that goes into, because when you're doing a small scale like that, you got to go into certain details to kind of make that particular character stand out in the right way.
Yeah.
To make sure that character still looks like that character. When you get fucking the bigger you get, the more detail you have to add. But
yeah, I'm a fan of all scales, man. I like teeny tiny little tiny figures to the hot toy scale. Yeah, I don't like pigeonhole myself to like one scale. There's a lot of people like that. I only collect 6-inch figures. I only collect 3 3/4 figures. That's lame. That's fun.
Those are 5-inch. Those are 5-inch.
The reactions are 3 3/4.
3 3/4 inch.
Yeah, it's a classic G.I. Joe Kenner size.
All right.
Yeah, so that's the classic. All right. So if you're watching right now, thank you, appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe to the channel if you guys want to hit some more. Find out about some more content. We have some cool shit coming up soon. So, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, all that cool crap, and support us. And we're chugging along. Views are not what they're used to be, and it's still fun. We still have friends and some folks that still love watching the show and want to hear our stupid opinions about things. So,
Talk shit.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this is just some place to vent your geekdom. Welcome. Follow the social media so you know when we come on. If we change our times, usually it's Tuesdays at 5, 6, 7 around that time. Follow the channel, all that cool shit. All right, cool. Let's talk about this real quick. This is just a cool little crossover. Actually, no. Let's talk about this. Just another real quick one. Blue Beetle. We talked about this coming up. Rick predicted Mr. Angel Manuel Soto.
Xolo Maridueña.
Soto Maridueña. Director Angel Manuel Soto. And of course, Cobra Kai star. How you pronounce Zolo?
Xolo
Maridueña.
Maridueña.
He's going to be starring as Jaime Reyes in a Blue Beetle movie, and we were kind of bummed that this was going to be an HBO Max movie because when you say it's going to go directly to HBO Max, you kind of sound like, are they going to put more money into this, or are they just going to like kind of half-ass it? It's going to be like a made for DVD, straight to video kind of feel to it. Like, I think this character deserves a little more justice, and I think they seen what happened with Spiderman and stuff, and this Blue Beetle is pretty much Spider-Man for the DC universe. Is pretty much what it is. It's kind of Spider-Man mixed with a few other things. I think this is a good move. This is going to be summer, August 2023, which I think is always a fun month for movies because you can. There's been you look back at summer August movies. There's some fun movies that come out in August. Like looking back, they kind of put those weird on the fringe, not quite a summer blockbuster, not quite like a fall release, but it's just one of those eras, times where you release these weird fucking crazy movies that can do some fun stuff. But what do you think about them making this a theatrical?
Dude, I'm fucking juiced because all I can think about was that. They shot some test footage and they showed one of the execs, and the execs were probably super impressed. At the same time, this is Warner Brothers, so they're impressed by a fucking parakeet fluttering its wings and fucking flying in place. But I've always had huge hopes for this because I told you I'll believe it when I see it. I fucking fanboyed out the moment they fucking cast fucking Xolo in this. I've been calling this from day one. He needed to be fucking Jaime Reyes. He'd be the perfect age for an older Jaime Reyes, at the end of high school years. We haven't seen the kid yet. The last time we saw him was in season 3 of Cobra Kai, so we haven't seen how much he's aged since then. We went from a scraggly kid in fucking season 1 to he was pretty tall. He was a little bit taller, a little bit more fucking built in fucking season 3.
He grew up a little bit in the next one. So yeah.
So over the years, I want to see what he's gonna look like. Dude's gonna be a beast. Fucking for people who don't know what Blue Beetle is, it's imagine the tech, kind of like Spider-Man's suit in part 2. The tech is kind of sentient, but it becomes his friend.
It's kind of like Venom, but a more kid-friendly.
It's a more kid-friendly. Exactly, it's a more kid-friendly Venom.
Yeah.
He wants so what the story is, the beetle that Ted Kord had is not magical. It's actually alien technology. It fuses to Jaime's fucking spinal cord, similar to the Guyver, and then it becomes this whole thing where that particular beetle was a designate to destroy and enslave Earth. But since it's damaged, it has free reign, and it kind of befriends fucking it befriends Jaime, and it when Jaime gets fucked up, the fucking designate fucking scarab goes into effect and starts kicking the shit out of whatever the threat is. I once again, I'm very happy to see Blue Beetle. Who's the villain? I don't want them to do Black Beetle right off the bat because that's where they're gonna go.
I hate that in like the superhero trope. Like, oh, let's fight his
the opposite.
Yeah. Save that for another movie. Like, or like, come on, man. There's got to be somebody better you can pull out. Do DC has so many crazy ass villains?
So I was gonna ask you that. So when it comes to Ted Kord's Blue Beetle, because I only know Ted Kord when it comes to some of the shit that he did with the JSA. I really don't know about him, like, on his own storyline. Who are his villains? Because that's what I think needs to happen. It needs to get borrowed from his villain, his rogue gallery, and have Jaime fight them at first, and then set up invasion.
I hope they have Ted Kord in it, like as we've talked about before,
as
like
a mentor. They need to have Ted Kord, dude.
Yeah.
Who would you cast as Ted Kord?
I was gonna say Paul Rudd, but he's already a superhero.
I was gonna say Patrick Wilson, but he's in 2 already.
Yeah. No, it needs to be a little more kind of, because Ted Kord's kind of goofy too. Like, you need like somebody a little more. That's a good question.
Tarantino.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of like some good comedic actor.
See, that's a good, like, who, because that's the other thing.
Actually, Krasinski would actually be a good fucking Ted Kord.
Oh, I don't want to waste him on that. We've got big plans for him, right? Not that we have any say in it, but
until they announce it, Like, it's been a lot quiet on the Fantastic Four. I guess we'll talk about it a little later. But yeah, I was kind of I'm surprised we haven't had any more hints of any Fantastic Four shit yet.
Ted Kord, maybe Booster would be nice. I think we said Booster Gold. I know he's lobbying for it. I'd fucking go with the Miz. Yeah, hey, he's or actually who would actually be a good one? I think he's in The Boys now though, and he's hella old. Would have been like Jensen Ackles. He could play like a douchebag dude from the future and shit, But I'm super excited for fucking Blue Beetle. Going to theatrical.
Yeah,
going to theatricals.
I think that's a good move right there. I think that's it's a smart move for the character, and just kind of like give this character some play.
Now that this move is happening, what does that mean for Batgirl? If Batgirl stays on HBO streaming, I might be scared.
I'm already scared for that movie.
If it gets to the theater though, I have hopes. But as far as if they keep it streaming, I might be scared, because if they're wowing you with this and they're moving it to theatrical, there's no reason why that property shouldn't fucking move up either.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little skeptical of all DC until I actually see some product, because they're kind of like they had some good shit, but then they're scared of their own fucking shadow. And come on, man, get what you do. Like, Marvel's running circles around you guys right now. Like, come on, man, like fucking.
I think what the people at WB need to remember.
That there's more characters other than Batman.
No, not just that, but.
Dude, I saw the fucking DC solicitations for like March, or I think February, March. 90% is Batman, dude. 90% is Batman related. Like, dude, like you're never gonna move on from like your catalog of characters if you can't just get past this Batman shit, dude. Like, I love Batman. I'm a big Batman fan, but like, come on,
my
dude.
Favorite
like,
character of all time.
Yeah, but it's just, dude. I know that's a safe fucking bet, but it's always gonna be Batman for what you guys did. And if this next Batman movie fails, you guys are fucked for a few years.
Well, that's why I'm hoping that if that fails, I'm not pinning my hopes to that. There's Black Adam right now. There's Shazam 2.
I'm worried about that one too.
Well, at the same time, like I've said, they got to look at what Marvel does, and not in the way they make their movies, in a way where it's okay to have all this inclusion and everything, but make your movie fun.
Take chances too on some of these characters.
Don't make your movies fucking like cookie cutter boring shit.
Yeah, like Marvel's like, that's why I liked what they were doing with Batman v Superman. They were doing the shit with Justice League before fucking Whedon fucked it up. Like, kind of just make it like doing like a hardcore, like, this is, we're gonna do we're not gonna be like the soft safe heroes. We're We're gonna take some chances with these characters.
But that's what happened. You know, the first thing that everybody started going against was, oh, but it's not like Marvel. I'm like, yeah, it's not like Marvel. It's
No,
DC.
it's not supposed to be.
It's something completely different. The Marvel,
Yeah, that's what I liked about like what they were doing with their some of their.
The Marvel universe to me always seemed a little fun. Like there was a little fun. It was bleak, but there was a little funness to it in a fun kind of way.
A funness.
There was like a funness to the whole thing. The world's
yeah, no, there's
fucking Spiderman talking shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
In DC, the world's ending, and fucking people are looking at Batman like, "What are we gonna do?" He's like, "I don't know." Like, come on.
It just sucks, man. They have so many great characters, man. So many great like history and so many cool fucking stories they could pull from, and then they're just shooting themselves in the foot, man. I just want to see like good shit, and I'm like
the other thing that I think kills them is this divide that there's between this, you know, the Marvel and the DC people. It's like, yeah, I like both. Why can't you guys just like both?
I know you sway a little more DC, I sway a little more Marvel, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, I like them all. I like the Flash.
You give me Marvel books to read,
I'll
read them. I give you DC. We give each other books. We read whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's Marvel or no. But I'm just saying, it's no Marvel. Dude, you don't read the books I give you, so fuck you. Marvel, it's Marvel or DC. What is it? Skybound, Image, Dark Horse, all of this stuff.
Good story's a good story, man.
Exactly. You don't have to fucking get so caught up in the brand, and that's what I think people get.
It's just like wrestling fans, man. It's just like, you know.
Exactly. It's a tribalism that needs to stop. It's just there's no point in it. How about just go get entertained?
Yeah, I read the comments and some of these like, oh fuck Marvel, fuck DC, fuck this, and I see arguments on both sides. On some of I have issues with a lot of Marvel movies. I think they're like a lot of them are just safe and they kind of like paint by numbers. They're just they're one and done for me. Like a lot of Marvel movies are just like I watch them once and I don't have to watch them again. Some when they're great, they're epic, and I watch them all. And we'll be talking about one in a little bit. But it's yeah, man. It's just they go for the safe. Fucking, they know what works for them, and they do take chances every once in a while. But DC was taking some great chances. Now they're going to try to play it safe. And they're gonna release fucking 20 more Batman characters, and they're just gonna fucking try to fucking milk that. I just wish they would go into their catalog and pull some of these stories out. So hopefully Black Adam works and it hits big, and we get.
I hope so.
Justice Society is featured in that, so hopefully we get a spin-off of them.
Hawkman movie would be great. If Aldous Hodge knocks it out the park, I'm hoping.
Dude, a Hawkman movie set in the past, kind of going through time.
Dude, it would be fucking.
That would be
dope.
sick. That'd be sick. It turns into a space opera and shit. Like, oh man, you got Green Lantern. You still, just because you had one mediocre movie, dude, it's so much potential in that franchise. Green Lantern has a lot of cool shit you can do with. It's just a police fucking procedural in space, dude. Why? There's so many great characters in that, but
Lethal Weapon in space.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just come on, man, get off your ass, DC.
Warner Brothers. It's Warner Brothers, and they're lucky. They have everything under one fucking umbrella.
Yeah, they don't have to fight or trade or talk to Sony to get fucking rights and all that shit. No, they have all their shit under the roof. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They can do any crossover they want, but they just let's make Batman again. Let's fucking let's go safe. Whatever.
And they give you a Batman you don't even want. The one we had was the one we wanted.
Yeah, I'm just bummed we never got a proper
Affleck fucking solo.
Bro, just give me one movie. I remember there was a few months ago there was rumors about a TV show happening with Affleck. I'm like, oh, that'd be so awesome, man. Just do it like a 6-episode fucking Batman, just him fight, solving a case. Just doesn't have to be anything fucking super crazy or super world saving, whatever. Just a fucking him fighting Killer Croc or him fighting Clayface. Just one of the villains he's never faced before. I would love to see that, man. Some of the supernatural villains. I don't think they're going that route in this Pattinson fucking thing. They're
no. Everything right now is grounded.
Yeah, which I want to see. We've seen it though. We've seen the grounded Batman already. We had the Nolan trilogy that was grounded in fucking reality. Now I want to see him fight fucking Man-Bat. I want to see him fight Killer Croc. I want to see him fight Clayface. I want to see him fight these weird fucking villains they never fucking touched on the big screen. Well, speaking of crossovers, I'll just talk about this one real quick. This just looks like fun. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This looks fucking. This is coming out. IDW under the license of Toho International in partnership with Boom Studios and Hasbro announces today an all-new 5-issue comic book event, Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, bringing together two Titanic franchises for the first time. This is from Toy News International. So this is just fun. Like when I first saw fucking Dragon Zord, it was like, oh, that's Godzilla. So when you first so this is just like fanboy, fan fiction, like fucking put together. I probably check this out. Like I was kind of, I watched like the first couple seasons of Power Rangers, kind of fell off after like they changed some of the cast and stuff. But yeah, those first couple seasons were kind of fun. I'm a Godzilla fan. So they, a bunch of giant robots fighting kaiju and shit like that. It was right on my alley for sure. But I didn't get into all the rest of it. Pretty much after like the Green Ranger saga and shit like that, I kind of fell off after that. But Dragon Zord's always been a cool design. I'm a big Godzilla fan. This just looks like it's gonna just be a fun little crossover series.
It's gonna be dope.
The covers are gonna be great already. Like
it's just I was a fucking big fan of the Power Rangers, man. Fucking all the way up to, I think when they started transforming them into like Ninja Rangers, and that was just once they started going away from they're not so much the Power Rangers anymore. They're like Zeo and all of this other.
Yeah. Once like the original cast kind of got like away and like right after the White Ranger appeared, I think that's when I kind of like
I fucking like stuck through the whole White Ranger shit, and I think after that. It must suck for the Red Ranger because this is your new leader. Yeah, he was better than you the whole time.
Tommy was fucking way savver. Yeah,
Jason was weak compared to fucking Tommy.
Yeah, and he could legitimately fight. He was like actually a martial artist. Like you could tell too. He could
sell the moves.
He could tell he had like a little bit more intensity when he was fucking throwing down.
You're like, all right,
down, hey, bro, hey, we're on the set, dude. Calm down.
This is a draw, though. I mean, who's gonna win? I mean,
Godzilla all day, bro.
Godzilla should whip the shadow, but I mean, they're not gonna go that route because they're
the trope of versus.
It's wrestling. It's wrestling.
They're gonna fight.
I use wrestling for everything.
I bet you Rita Repulsa's gonna use Godzilla and like trying to fucking go against the Rangers, and they're gonna fight, and they end up together, teaming up. It's a standard.
She could be controlling the Green Ranger too, though.
Yeah. It's a standard trope that anytime two heroes or two. Well, I don't know, but Godzilla's been back and forth on a good guy, bad guy. But
I don't know if he's a bad guy. I'd see him more of as an anti-hero.
He's a force of nature. Exactly. Is a hurricane a bad guy? No, it's just a fucking.
No, it just does what it does and goes away.
Yeah.
And you can see it in Godzilla's face. He just looks around afterwards and then just starts walking back to the ocean. People he's leaving, and then they play the sad music. Like, why are you guys sad? He just fucked your shit up. Now he's leaving. You should go back home. Thank you. Yeah.
This looks like fun. I'll probably get the trade when it comes out and just read it.
I'll get the trade for sure, man.
It looks like fun. Yeah.
Anything that has like these pop culture fucking icons going at it. Like honestly, who would you like to see Godzilla fight?
I have an idea for Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe.
Oh, that'd be great.
Drawn by Arthur Adams. That'd be a fun one. Godzilla, Godzilla versus Galactus, Godzilla versus Fin Fang Foom would be awesome. Trying to think of like giant fucking like monsters and stuff like you could fucking.
I love Godzilla versus Voltron. It's a fuck Voltron.
Godzilla, that'd be dope. Just
to tear the fucking lions off of them and
Godzilla would probably be like triple his size too. Godzilla would be way bigger than fucking Voltron.
I'm sure Voltron has some fucking uncovered power that comes from the fucking center shield that'll fucking cause him to like go up to fucking magnificent size and shit.
Godzilla versus Triptychon from Transformers. Yeah, I'm always yeah, that'd be cool. A Godzilla versus Transformers movie would be fucking awesome, man. Like fucking.
There's a force of nature. Be stopped. Dude.
Yeah, you can do a lot of cool shit with Godzilla. But Godzilla's the best, man. I love
Jason versus Godzilla, that'd be good.
Just stabbing his fucking toe.
Godzilla's looking for him like, where the fuck is he? All right.
Oh, Godzilla versus Freddy. Like, what does Godzilla
Is in
dream
his
of?
dreams eating fish.
Minya.
he's
Uh,
he's dreaming of not being the other fucking Deanzilla and shit. Like,
all right. Let's talk about this shit. All right, so we got Punisher's getting a new logo. So this is from Bleeding Cool. As we mentioned, that we have covered increasing criticism of the use of the Punisher skull by police, army, militia, white supremacist groups, QAnon events, and Sean Hannity on Fox News. Even Trump Punisher pins have been popular. And during the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol building in Washington, many Punisher skull insignias were seen. This also followed Black Lives Matter protests and focused on real fictional police behavior, including the use of the Punisher imagery by police. Amidst the calls for Marvel and Disney to cancel Punisher as a character, Bleeding Cool observed that this might have happened already, and that there has been no published or solicited Punisher comic book since November 2020. There was a collection of Punisher versus Barracuda, but the series was never completed. So yeah, in July this year, so basically, Punisher's been kind of gone, and we talked about this when they were first talking about this, like kind of like, oh, we need, and I went on a rant about this because you're letting these people win. We already kind of covered it, but you're letting these people co-opt this logo. It's an iconic logo that Punisher would be fighting those people that were trying to insurrect. He would be fighting these white supremacists. He would be fighting these fucking these creepos fucking that are trying to co-opt his logo and shit. He would be going against these folks. So I don't understand why you're gonna kind of let them win and let them have it. I wouldn't let them have it. I would say fuck you. I would come out with some stories of Punisher beating the shit out of some white supremacists and say no. This is like taking it back, taking out these corrupt police officers, taking out these corrupt fucking people that are trying to co-opt his fucking logo for their own little fucking twisted means. Because these people that are having these Captain America shields and these Punisher logos clearly don't read comics because they're fighting on the wrong side. They would be Hydra agents. They would be fighting with the Red Skull because that's what he believed in. These supremacist folks. So these folks that want to take this this fucking logo and make it part of their like, oh, we're punishing the bad guys. No, you're doing the wrong. You're on the wrong side of history, buddy. So the Marvel trademark, the mark consists of the stylized design of a human skull with a horn design across the skull. This design looks horrible. It looks like a fucking like a Wolverine skeleton. It looks like a fucking
looks like Wolverine, and it's a fucking badge of honor for him.
It looks like a fucking it looks like some shitty like video game like fucking logo or some shit like
the load screen.
This is a horrible design. So Jason Aaron's going to come in. He's going to be doing a series. As Jason Aaron says, so many different groups have tried to appropriate the Punisher symbols and write their own story what the symbol means to match whatever their agenda. But they don't get to define the story of the character, and it's characters of Frank Castle that I'm interested in. His story has always been a dark and twisted tragedy about a man consumed by war, for better or worse. No matter what sort of shirt he wears, that's exactly what kind of story we're telling here. So it looks like Jason Aaron's just trying to like switch the narrative. He's a good writer. He's a really good writer. So it's gonna be interesting to see this. But I hate the design. I hate the fact that they let them win on this, and it just kind of kills me that they get to have the logo now. Like so, I would sue the fuck like Disney has a shitload of money. Sue these motherfuckers. Like, no, you can't use our logo for your little fucking. No, you can't put it on your little military, your little fucking police vest. You can't put it on your car. Fuck you. You don't have a fucking.
If it's not licensed by them, you shouldn't be allowed to have it.
Yeah, I think it's fucking bullshit. It's letting the bad guys win. Yeah, it's bullshit. So, what do you think?
All right, this is something that really fucking like ticks me off and shit because this is why people on that side are always fucking doing what they do, is because one side gives in instead of educating. And the way you can do that is by writing a storyline where maybe a you know, it's. I understand that not everybody who went over there was, you know, thinking that they were doing something wrong. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna look at both sides. But somebody who fucking went across and wore that, they should have somebody like a storyline where fucking Frank, he comes at them and he's just like, do you know what you're doing? Like, with that symbol does not stand for what you're doing. So don't you ever do that, and fucking scare the fucking bejesus out of them. And then like evolve into other storylines where, you know, people who have, you know, taken the fucking logo away from just imagine if you had people fucking taking the Spiderman logo for something or other, you know, just what if the Black Panther logo was taken by Black Lives Matter? Would they change their stance on the Black Panther logo? Don't let any fucking buddy take away your thing of what you're doing. Like, these fucking groups are fucking so fucking fringe and stupid. Like you said, Ray, they don't realize that the shit that they're doing and the shit they're wearing goes exactly against what that symbol stands for. You had people fucking singing Rage Against the Machines, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And it's from a band called Rage Against the Machine, and
you are the machine. You guys realize this, right?
Yeah, the people who are in the machine are fucking like, you know, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. This is a great song. It's like, understand what the fuck's going on, and that's the problem. People, oh well, it's okay. This isn't participation award shit, people. You know, French boys and girls. This is you have to stand up for what's right, and Frank Castle is one of those characters that stands up for what's right.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't let his symbol to get taken away. And on this in particular, I'm ashamed of Disney. I'm ashamed of Marvel. Yeah. I'm ashamed of the writing team, and I'm ashamed of the writing artist team for this one, because they have to tote the company line. They could have come up with something a lot better than this. I mean,
yeah.
What are you gonna do? Give him a fucking P?
It's still a skull. Just keep the fucking skull. Like, just like, no, you can't have our fucking shit. It just this is like a lame replacement for his skull.
Dude, they could have gave me a fucking, like, if like he shot like Thanos or some other fucking galactic being and just give me a fucking like an alien skull or something or another. But no, you fucking, like, the one thing that bothers me about everything, it's so fucking blatant to me that's fucking like Wolverine's fucking shit.
It's just like, yeah.
I mean, I looked at that. First thing I thought of was Wolverine. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
It feels lazy to me. I don't know.
That's what it does feel like.
It feels
very
lazy
because it's nothing that's in the fucking universe.
Yeah.
It's nothing in the universe of the Punisher to me.
Yeah, it doesn't say Punisher to me. It just seems like, hey, we gotta change the logo. All right, what happens if they co-opt this logo now too? Are you gonna just change it again?
That's what they're gonna do. They bow. They bow. And that's what's wrong with, like, I understand, like, the oh well, we have to do this. I get it. Stick to your guns on some shit. I hate that people are so far on one side, so far on another. There's a fucking middle, man. There's a fucking middle.
Malcolm in the middle.
Yeah.
It's okay to Timmy Nahaya. I'm sorry, I can't read for shit. SF Tech. I have no idea what that means, but okay, awesome. Subscribe to the channel.
SF Tech.
SF Tech.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just it's kind of lame. I'm not feeling it, but
just don't let them win.
I think this is just to placate for a couple of years. I think we'll get the logo back in a few years.
I don't think so.
I think so.
This is not a problem that's going away right now.
It's just dude.
That
logo is fucking iconic, dude. That logo is such a big part of the Punisher.
Yeah, but there's so much.
That's like changing Batman's logo. That's like changing fucking. Yeah, I think that's too big for them to fucking not change.
It'll be not a few years. It'll probably be a couple decades before this shit's fucking taken care of, and we'll see how it goes.
The new logo looks like Donnie Darko.
It's a skull rabbit.
Skullfucker. Lame. I think it looks lame. All right. All right, let's go to the main event, Rick. Spider-Man. No, all right. First of all, like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already, please. So we're gonna go through just a couple things, non-spoilery, before we go jump into the spoiler bit of the review. A lot of things to unpack, but Spider-Man: No Way Home. I guess just talk about our initial thoughts. Fucking love this movie. I saw it twice. I saw it second time last night with Mr. Effort. Just the cast, the beats, the story, a lot of stuff I want to say, but we can't say until we go to the spoiler bit. But just a fucking wonderful time in the theater. I got to, I saw this the first showing on last Thursday at 3 p.m. Packed theater. People were fucking screaming, laughing, like crying at the right parts, laughing at the right parts. It was fun to see. I haven't seen a movie with that kind of crowd in a while. I think probably since probably like Endgame, Infinity War, Endgame, Force Awakens. That was that kind of crowd seen in the first day. So it was great to see that like kind of energy in a crowd where people are like, like you heard the gasps and the cheers and the happiness in the crowd. So it's fun. It's fun to have that kind of movie going experience because I haven't had that in a while since we've had a pandemic. It's been been a minute. But Tom Holland, man, he killed it. He's fucking great. Zendaya, I was very critical of Zendaya the first couple because they're calling her MJ. I'm a kind of Mary Jane purist, but I thought she did a great job, man. Just all around the cast, and you saw from the trailers, you get Alfred Molina and you get fucking Willem Dafoe back as their original characters from their universes. They did. Oh man, they just killed it. They just killed it, man. Just a fucking great, fun time at the movies. This is probably gonna be up there, one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. This probably is my favorite Spider-Man movie. Just a fucking fun movie. A lot to talk about. We can't say stuff because it's a lot major spoilers. But initially, what did you think, Rick? What was your initial thoughts of the movie, non-spoiler?
I was wowed by it. I from hearing what I heard prior to the whole time before I saw it, they were saying like how people felt about it, and after I saw it, I didn't feel the same way. I mean, I guess I'm cold-hearted when it comes to certain things.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but I thought it was great. I don't think it was as sad as some people make it out to be, but I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I think it's probably going to be, it's definitely up there. I would say for me right now, top 5 Marvel movies that have ever come out.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure about top. I'm trying to figure out if it's in the top 3. It's still, to me, it still doesn't beat Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is just a fucking work of it's perfect.
Yeah, I think Winter Soldier still top for me, but
yeah,
I would probably we'll talk about rankings after. But yeah, I this after seeing it a second time and kind of getting just like after the initial reaction. I think it might change after the second time you see it. Kind of like but just yeah. All right. So what would you grade it? Before we get into spoilers.
9.8, 9.9, 10. It's up in that area right now.
I'm giving it a 10. This first movie I've given in a long time a 10. I'm giving it a 10. It just hit all the fucking spots I wanted from a Spider-Man movie. It's just really fucking good. Shit was fucking dope, Big Leo.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was
fucking dope. Yeah. It was.
All right. So any other non-spoiler stuff we want to talk about? Because we can't talk about.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's good to see a lot of the what you see on the poster right there. I like I said, there's things I do have issues with, but I'm going to talk about those.
I have a couple minor nitpicks, but they're very minor.
Very minor.
Yeah, and then yeah, all right. So let's put up the full spoilers. We'll put up the thing 5450.
5450. All right.
5450. All right, full spoilers. All right. We'll go through the movie just kind of beat by beat. We open up with the movie right where we left off from the Spider-Man 2, the great. I thought it was a fun. I thought the previous movies were a lot of fun, but I had some issues with some of them. But this movie kind of fixed those issues I had of him being a Spider, Iron Boy, and kind of like worshiping at the teat of Tony Stark. So they kind of like fix that towards the end. We'll talk about that when we get to the ending part. But I love the little panic of him, like everyone finding out he's Spider-Man in the beginning and swinging around with MJ and stuff, just trying to escape all the. I like the anxiety, the tension when that was all going down, just the panic and just kind of like trying to figure out like, oh, what do we do now? Like my identity's like revealed, like I got to go home, and I just thought it was great, just setting up that first scene just right off the bat. What'd you think of that, Rick? The start.
I thought it was great, man. I like hearing the whole thing with Jay Jonah breaking it down. The whole opening segment, like when the Marvel Studios thing's fucking rolling, and you hear Jay Jonah going over in the voiceover. I thought that was fucking dope. The dude, those guys got chemistry, and they're a couple, of course, but you can just see Zendaya and Tom Holland, and you know what? I know you probably gave her shit like at the beginning for being MJ, but Zendaya is fucking dope, dude.
She's really good.
She is fucking great.
She's really good. She's very charming.
I love her in Dune, in the small part that she had in Dune. I loved her in like a lot of shit in Spider-Man, but I really loved her in this. This is the
best. This is the best she's had. Like she's like a fully formed character in this movie. And it's just not like in the first one, she's just like, oh, I'm the dark person in the back, and I'll make these quips. It wasn't really a character. It was just kind of like a whatever. Second one, a little bit more, but then she just played like kind of, I'm the love interest. I'm here. Like,
but she's fully fleshed out here.
This is a character. She's actually a character in this one. So I really liked her in this one.
This whole opening thing, the only thing that I kind of had an issue with was too much comedy with the whole Happy and Aunt May thing. Just like it could have been 20% less comedy. Let's go a little bit more forward to the plot. They broke up. I get it, and it's just it was just a little bit too much. You got fucking helicopters flying outside your fucking window. It just seemed too cluttered there. But otherwise, it was awesome. Him trying to fucking get home. The panic of having to deal with everything.
Everybody's calling him. He's like on the bridge, like dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Ned. Ned was great in this movie too, man. I thought Ned was really. He's always been great, but he just plays that that character so well.
Was that Jacob Batalon?
Yeah, Jacob Batalon. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome, dude. He's fucking great.
He's been a great friend, good like best friend for Peter. So come like they get get arrested. Damage control comes back. I think they first appeared in the first Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah,
damage control from
damage control.
Bunch of pricks. Great scene, interrogation scene that we're like kind of going back and forth, and Ned reveals he was the guy in the chair, and dude kind of tricks him into going. I love the interaction between MJ and fucking Aunt May. Like they're both they're both almost like the same person. Like they're
don't say anything. That was great. That was fucking awesome.
I dug that scene a lot.
Yeah.
And then we get our first big reveal, first big fucking spoiler moment. Mr. Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox comes in as Daredevil, and we all kind of knew it was coming. Like it was like kind of the worst kept secret. We kind of there was some like leaks and stuff. We kind of knew this was coming, but it's fucking awesome to see fucking Charlie Cox in the MCU. One of our top picks we've talked about many times, just to see Charlie Cox. And it was a great scene too, where he's just like talking to them. Oh, you're good. You're happy. You need a lawyer up. And we get a brick thrown in, and he catches it. And Peter, like right there, was about to catch it too, but he's like, "How'd you do that?" I'm just a really good lawyer.
Really good lawyer.
It's just a fucking awesome.
A really good lawyer.
We're just like, didn't need much. It was like a fucking 2-minute scene, but it was just fucking awesome to see Charlie Cox in the MCU, and he fits so fucking well too. He just fucking he was meant to be there. He belonged there the whole time. I can't wait to see what he does with him. I hope he has more. I hope they do more interactions with him and Spider-Man, the street level characters. This is gonna be fun seeing Charlie Cox. What do you think of this?
Dude, so everything up to this point, the only thing, I mean, I loved everybody. I loved the interaction when they were doing the whole damage control stuff in the interrogation rooms. MJ was perfect, just like being just perfect MJ, or just the way she is, the character.
When she waved
to the fucking people. It's just great. It's like I know what this is, you know, just and just Ned. God, dude, I love you, Ray, because you shut your fucking mouth and don't just shut the fuck up. You wouldn't be Ned in that fucking situation where Ned's just volunteering for. Oh yeah, can we just make sure you don't use anything that I just said against me?
All that's
from the record. I do love that actor. Jacob's dope, man.
Their chemistry is so good. They
all
feel
three
like
of
real
them.
friends. They feel like that's what I'm saying. They feel like real friends. They feel like a real group of friends.
They honestly remind me of Harry, Hermione, and fucking Ron. There's real chemistry between the three of them, and it's pretty dope. I love the Matt Murdock stuff. I love that it was a cameo. Just wish that it would have been a little bit more. Just another scene with him walking with them or something.
Or like he's like him arguing this case, like fucking him, like kind of getting him, like maybe they shot some shit where he's like in court, like saying, "Hey, there's no evidence. This is all the evidence you have. There's nothing that proves that he did this." And so kind of him like I guess that would like kind of bog the movie down a little bit, but. I would love to see like a little bit more. Maybe there's a cut scene out there.
That probably is a cut scene because you could actually, if there was that scene, you could cut it out because of continuity. You could just go straight to Doctor Strange and just skip that whole shit because he's already trying to fix everything. Yeah. So if it's out there, that'd be great. Me personally, I was just very happy to see him. Happy to see Charlie Cox. So now we know that, and the fact that he's doing Daredevil shit. He is Daredevil in this fucking universe now.
Yeah. It's not he's gonna go redo his origin or no. I wonder how they're gonna use the Netflix. Are they gonna say that counts? Is it like
they
don't really have to
multiverse, he's Daredevil in this universe.
Yeah.
Because I can think that there could be multiverses out there where maybe. There is a Tom Holland Peter Parker that looks just like him. It's not Toby, and it's not somebody else, but or Jake. Where was it? Jake Johnson? Yeah, or the guy from Into the Spider-Verse. But that's what I mean. It's just there could be another one, and maybe because
it just opens up so many great possibilities.
The multiverse is. Oh God, I fucking love that they did this. Yeah, I love that they did this.
Yeah, it just makes everything like you can do whatever you want now. You can do whatever. Like you can bring in all these characters. You can bring in some specific characters for certain bring in certain X-Men characters. Bring in certain MC like some of the TV shows and stuff. You can bring in some of these characters, and it still counts. It doesn't. You don't have to like get bogged down about the show continuity. You could just jump forward and like, all right, we're just going to do this now. So. Let's see. Big Leo 415 9.5. I cried, laughed. Shit was on point. Toby forever.
Fucking Toby forever, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. It was good seeing Tobey Maguire. But before we get
you can tell that he was the lesser of the Spider-Mans because you just see how much like he does not lack a fucking any kind of fucking real charm to the character.
Fuck you, dude. Toby forever, bro.
He was a horrible Spider-Man. It's Michael Keaton syndrome, man. He was the first one, so everybody has a fucking.
No, he's just a kid.
He's super whiny.
He's just a kid. He's not.
I'll get to your comment a little later. We'll talk. Go back to that Punisher talk a little bit later.
Punisher. Okay.
So yeah. Great. Spider-Man goes to Doctor Strange. He wants to people to forget that he's Spider-Man, because MJ and Ned don't get into MIT. He doesn't also. So he basically wants to like just take away his identity. People forget that he's Spider-Man. This has happened in the comics too. Probably one of the worst fucking storylines of all time. One More Day, where he got his identity taken away. People forgot because after Civil War in the comic, he revealed himself to be Peter Parker, Spider-Man during the race.
Forced by Tony Stark.
Yeah, kind of persuaded by Tony Stark to like reveal his identity. So yeah, and pretty much opened up a can of worms in the comic where people were coming after him. Wilson Fisk sent somebody to kill him, and he ended up shooting Aunt May. Aunt May was on her deathbed, and so basically, Spider-Man traded his marriage with Mary Jane, his love for Mary Jane, with Mephisto, and Mephisto kind of did it. It was a fucking horrible comic. Even J. Michael Straczynski, who wrote it, took his name off it. He did not want to do that storyline. Yeah, he did not want to do that storyline. He was forced to do that storyline. He took his name off. He was like, no, I'm not going to fucking put my name on this. So that had me worried too, because they were pulling from that, which I despise. Is one of my least favorite Spider-Man. I think that's worse than the fucking Clone Saga.
That's blasphemy. Yeah. That's one of the worst ever.
Yeah, pretty much. So he goes as Doctor Strange to kind of reverse, try to close the can of worms that he had, revealing his having his identity revealed. But then he during mid spell, he kind of I don't want MJ to forget. Oh, I don't want Ned to forget. Oh, I don't want MA to forget. So he kind of bumbles the spell, and pretty much opens the multiverse to all these characters that know who Spider-Man is. So we get our first little fight on the bridge, on a freeway bridge. Get to see Alfred Molina. The de-aging in this is fucking spectacular. The de-aging effect. This is probably like the cleanest de-aging we've seen in a movie. And the Marvel's been pretty good, but it's still a little choppy. But this one, I think, this has been the best, because Alfred Molina looks like he just popped out of fucking 2002 when Spider-Man came out.
There was just a little bit, but
yeah, and certain scenes you could tell like the Uncanny Valley shit for sure. But they're definitely getting their shit together when it comes to the de-aging stuff. So we get a cool little fight with Doc Ock on the bridge. Spider-Man, good back and forth. At one point, Doc Ock absorbs some of Spider-Man's suit, so the nanotech goes into the fucking arms, and Spider-Man gets control of the arms, which is fucking a cool little fucking moment where he gets control of Doc Ock. What'd you think of Doc Ock, man, showing up?
Oh, man, dude, I fucking love. It's one of my favorite villains coming back is Doc Ock. So so the whole thing up to the point where he's still trying to get them into like MIT, okay.
Yeah,
it's too much of the friendship. It's like, dude, your fucking life just got fucked up. Don't worry about school right now.
Yeah,
it's just, to me, I think it was like they could have. It's just a plot point. With the
it's like you're gonna make reality just because a couple kids didn't get into, like, they're gonna get in a good school. They're smart kids. They're not gonna. But yeah, it's when Dr. Strange is like, did you actually talk to the emissions and try to
Yeah, see, shit like that. That's the thing that kind of bothered me with it's a forced plot. Yeah. Like it makes.
You gotta remember, he's a kid.
Peter Parker is a genius.
But he does make stupid mistakes sometimes.
Yeah, he does. But this was like galactically stupid. This is really fucking like dumb. Like he didn't even bother to like, hey, can I like plead my fucking case?
Yeah.
Like honestly, like, dude, look at the merits of what I am. Not this shit. It's like I'm actually a good person. Don't let this go. But he didn't even do any of that. He just went to, hey, Strangey, cast me a spell, bro. Like not cool.
Hey, Strange. Hey.
He went full Goomba there. Hey, Strange.
Hey, Strange. Hey, OV. Forget my identity, OV. Yeah, great fight with Doc Ock and Spidey, and then I love that little quiet moment, and then you hear you just see the pumpkin bomb floating on the ground. And then Doc Ock talking about Osborn too, like Osborn, they knew each other in the universe, and we get to see fucking Green Goblin back too. I thought that was a cool shot. I'm glad Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe, fucking killed it, man. Willem Dafoe is fucking awesome in this movie. I think, man, I do kind of wish they kind of kept them like in this universe, but we have future movies to talk about. But just seeing Green Goblin back and done I think, better than he was good in the Raimi movies, but I think this is where like he should have ended up at the end of the movie.
Like this, yes.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Green Goblin coming in, and then we get kind of like we get the plot of all right. Doing that spell kind of brings in these people that kind of know who Spider-Man is, know Spider-Man, know who Peter Parker is. Because Jamie Foxx didn't know who Peter Parker was, so that's kind of a little plot hole right there too. Like in Amazing Spider-Man 2, he did not know who Peter Parker was. They're kind of a little plot hole, but whatever. So we get the introduction to a couple other characters in the universe. We get to see Jamie Foxx kind of with a makeover. He's got definitely not the character he was playing in Spider-Man 2, which is way better because the character he played in Spider-Man 2 is just fucking Edward Nygma, Batman.
It was all exactly. It was all off.
It was way off. Like if this Jamie Foxx, basically just playing Jamie Foxx in this movie, which is fine. Like I'm not a big Jamie Foxx guy, but if this was gonna be it, that would have been fine. And we get Sandman, Flint Marko coming back also. Thomas Hayden Church was never on set. They used old footage and voiceover for him. He was never actually on the set for.
He never really materialized. They just kind of used a likeness in sand, which is great.
Yeah, which is kind of smart if you want to work around people's time and budget. Just have him fucking be stand. And the footage at the end of him was actually footage from Spider-Man 3, so like unused footage. So it's that was I guess like a work around that. So they didn't actually have to have him. They had Lizard come back, Kirk Connors from Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, which I fucking can't stand that design. It's a horrible design, but it's cool to have them. I don't understand why they didn't have 6 villains. Just have them fight the Sinister Six.
Didn't they update his design just a little bit though? Like near the mouth, they kind of give him. Yeah, you know what? That was actually a little bit better. It just felt like they could have went the full. Yeah, they go the full Monty and just fucking fix his shit if you fix it for Electro.
Yeah, and you could just have it like, he mutated or fucking like,
it's another mutation in this universe.
Yeah. Like, just the same thing that happened with Jamie Foxx. Like, he came in, he was looking different, felt different. The Lizard came over here, he like had different,
There's something different.
Yeah. I think that would have made a little bit more sense.
The mutation should have continued, I think. Had given more of a snout.
Yeah. Yeah, but look more like the comic book Lizard. Like, that's what I wanted to see. So we get, Peter, the thing for this is like, all right, we're going to send them all back. Strange contains a spell in a box, and so one button's going to send them all back. But no, Peter wants to try to cure them because Aunt May kind of tells him like, hey, I can. They have a great scene with Green Goblin. He like smashes his mask, and he goes to the homeless shelter where Aunt May goes, and he's playing normal Osborn. So I thought that was great scene with them. And basically, like Aunt May's like, hey, like these guys they're broken. They're fucked up. They're mentally fucked up, and we help people. This is what we do. This is what I do here, and this is what you should be doing. And so, and basically, we find out all these villains. They basically, once they go back to the reality, they're gonna die. This is exactly the moment in time right before they got killed by Spider-Man, or fighting Spider-Man. Peter has a change of heart. He's like, no, I'm going to try to save these guys. And he steals the box. And we have a great mirror dimension fight. The mirror universe, basically the Inception universe, where Doctor Strange plays around with reality and stuff. So great scene. I thought the visuals in this were very mind-bending, crazy. I do like the scene where he's the initial scene where he like pushes Peter out of his body and he's trying to grab the box in the spider sense, and you can actually see the spider sense in his astral form, which is fucking awesome. I didn't notice it the first time I watched it, but the second time, like you could, when he's in his astral, you can see the lines from the comic going around his head, which is fucking really a great fucking touch because you haven't really seen that on screen. So that was fucking cool. What'd you think of the mirror dimension fight?
I think it's actually all the effects that they did for all of the Doctor Strange shit. This is a little bit better than what they've done for Doctor Strange in his movie. It's not just Inception shit. Mm-hmm. It looked a little bit more weirdly mind-bended. Shit coming at different angles, and it was more, you know what it was? It was more like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Which I fucking really dug. It should have had more of that in the first one. They did a little bit of it, but I think because they did it in like Ant-Man and the Quantum Universe or whatever, Ant-Man 2, Ant-Man and Wasp, they did that when he was going in. They were trying to stay away from that particular kind of effect.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, that was fucking dope. Willem Dafoe, after he broke the mask, I was glad he broke the mask because I was like, yeah, he doesn't have the ability to make another mask, so we're gonna get a different Goblin right now. And seeing him in the homeless shelter with May, with a tattered fucking green like jacket with the fucking purple hoodie, was fucking awesome, dude. I was like, look right there, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. He's gonna go evil again. He's gonna be a piece of shit, and he's gonna try to kill everybody.
It's the Goblin way.
It is the Goblin way, and I'm just hoping in this universe somewhere there is a Norman Osborn.
I think there is. Yeah, he'll get his Norman Osborn for sure. It's too much of an iconic character, and too much of a it's one of his main villains. It's like one of his Jokers, you know.
It's like Osborn needs to be somewhere probably like on the West Coast, away, maybe in LA, fucking learning shit, and then comes over. But
and then like he'll know I met a Norman Osborn. Like, is this guy gonna betray me too, or like
exactly?
He tries to save him before he goes insane, but it still doesn't. It still goes insane.
Exactly.
Let's see. Mandalorian, the villains were great, but William Dafoe, Oscar-worthy, best comic book villain since Heath Ledger played the Joker.
Yep.
It was pretty fucking good, man. He was very menacing. That laugh, he got to chew the scenery, man. He did so well in that first Raimi movie. The big criticism of that movie for me really was the costume. I hated that fucking costume. I thought the costume was fucking lame. But he was great. He was great as a Green Goblin. All right, so we got that. They all agreed, like, all right, we're gonna try to cure you. I thought the scene was great when they're walking into Happy's place, where it's just like it almost turned into like a sitcom like fucking situation where he's just walking through. They're all just like hanging out. I thought the chemistry between all the characters was great. Their little banter back and forth, and so basically they fixed Doc Ock first. They fixed the inhibitor trip on him. He gives Peter back his nanotech, and he's normal. And so they start to work on all the other characters trying to cure them. And of course, Green Goblin. I love that scene. Like, I appreciate the scene more the second time I saw it, where he just like his spider sense is going off, and of course there's a room full of villains, so he doesn't know who it is, and so he's just trying to focus his spider sense, like who's gonna betray me, and fucking boom, it's fucking Norman. Just a great like fucking change of his character, just so instant like that, man. It's so good, really fucking good, man. So he obviously portrays him. Big ass battle because he was like Electro says fuck that, I like the power I'm here. He gets a Stark arc reactor. So that just juices him up, and he fucking it goes out. Sandman kind of goes out. He kind of panics too. He goes out, and basically they have a fucking throwdown. Green Goblin and Spider-Man have a fucking brutal fucking throwdown. Fights going through buildings, going through floors, beating the shit out of each other. This was a fucking fight. This was like Holland never fought a villain like this before, where it's just like fucking brutal.
He actually physically had to. The closest thing he like fought to somebody was like in Civil War.
Yeah.
And he was fighting heroes who were kind of holding back. This was a fucking guy who was gonna beat his ass.
Wanted to kill him. This is somebody that wanted him dead. So fucking brutal fight, beating the shit out of each other. Great, just fucking back and forth. Jay Jonah shows up and just making the whole situation fucked up. They're battling, going through the spell. Aunt May escapes. She's going through the stairs. She's about to escape. Peter's on like the bottom floor getting his ass kicked. She tries to defend him. Get the fucking glider. Fucking hits her. Like, you don't know how bad. It looked pretty bad initially, but
fucking it was an explosion right there. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, before that, the glider hit her.
She flew back.
Yeah. The glider hit her. Fucking Norman throws a fucking pumpkin bomb. That goes off. Spider-Man kind of gets some of the brunt, but fucking no, Aunt May fucking gets it, man. This got me. I know that you weren't upset about this. It got me. Aunt May is just one of my favorite characters. I love Aunt May, and so I love Marissa Tomei's portrayal of her. I thought it was great. Like a real, she felt like an aunt. Like if she felt like a real person, not just like some, the old lady character. I'm Aunt May. I'm the old lady. I'm the She felt like a real character. So this did hit me for sure. She gets taken out. Tom Holland, probably some of the best acting he's done.
That's great. That was great.
In these movies, just his reaction, his look on his face to where, he's, oh, you're fine. Look at me. You're fine. Just like he showed all kind, like everything he had, like everything he ever learned in acting class, whatever. He put it all out there, man. I thought he was fucking really good in this fucking scene. Before that, she gives with great power comes great responsibility. So pretty much, she's the Uncle Ben of this story, which it was a fucking twist I did not see coming. This movie, it was an origin movie. This trilogy is an origin trilogy. One of the criticisms we had about this was it was too reliable on Tony Stark, too reliable on all this tech shit that he didn't make, and all this shit, like too reliable on that shit. This movie fixes all that. This tells you no, this was just him kind of figuring himself out and kind of discovering himself.
Coming of age.
This was truly a coming of age, and we'll talk about the ending a little bit later. But just figuring that out, that just fucking blew my mind. This trilogy has been an origin for Spider-Man. This is we haven't seen the fully formed Spider-Man until we see the end of the movie, because this is a Spider-Man that goes through some shit. And he even says the line from a comic in the first Tobey movie, "Not my problem," when they're talking about the villains trying to take out the villain. He's like, "Not my problem. They need to go that." He says that in the comic. That's the moment where he realizes he fucked up. So yeah, the MA thing didn't hit you as hard, but what'd you think of the scene?
Well, everything up to that point, them in the thing, I was just like, again, Stark Tech saves the day. Him when he's by himself trying to figure out how to do everything. I hate that he has to rely so much on Stark. Mm-hmm. Everything is Stark to him.
Yeah, I like the Stark worship. Yeah.
Then the fucking fight between him and Goblin was fucking dope. Willem Dafoe again, just chews it up. Doesn't matter where he is. Yeah, he fucking sees the camera. Put the camera right here, and I'm gonna give you a fucking performance. Willem Dafoe is fucking awesome. But yeah, like I didn't get so hurt by the Aunt May thing because I was actually expecting it at some point. Honestly, I was expecting. I was like, we haven't heard the line yet, and I knew it was coming, and I knew it was going to be from May because honestly, I've watched the first movie a few times. I watched the second movie about 3 times. Has there been any mention of Uncle Ben?
Vaguely, he kind of mentioned it in Civil War.
Yeah, but see,
vaguely, yeah, because he says he lost somebody, and he told him
but it doesn't say who.
Yeah.
So there's been no real mention of Uncle Ben, and so I was just like, yeah, I have a feeling that May's going to be the one to be that catalyst for him. I was waiting for it because it was just like there's going to be something because he hasn't had to actually go through that yet. This Spider-Man, Tom Holland's, something really fucking deep as that. So
yeah,
it didn't hit me, but what did hit me is Tom Holland's reaction.
Yeah.
I think
the best acting he's he's ever had. Really, he just all the emotions on his face.
It's a gregreat scene. He just has a fucking awesome scene, man. It's a heart-wrenching scene, and I can understand when he says like it's hard for him to see, and it's because you're going somewhere to fucking bring that out.
Yeah, that's like you could see real emotions on that face.
You're not trying to fake that shit. There's something you're thinking about that's fucking causing you to fucking you lose your shit that way. So, good kudos to him on that. But yeah, I'm just. Then we have the lizard hopping out of the fucking van. So about that. So about him jumping out of the fucking box truck. So. He scratches it once, you see the scratch. He scratches it again, and then there's an explosion happened, and just full on blown out. And I was just like, oh, how do you fucking explode out of that? It's just like he gave it enough a scratch here, scratch there. It was enough for him to just like, jump through.
Lizard was definitely the weakest of the villains in this. He was definitely the weakest in the fucking his movie too. So
I did like how he sounded. He was a little bit more. You can hear Dr. Kirk Connors behind the whole thing still. Yeah. I dug that.
I kind of wish they brought Dylan Baker's fucking Kirk Connors in.
Yeah,
that would have been better.
That would have been so much better.
Hondalorian, I like the Electro mask when he charged up, looked like the comic Electro. I like that little touch.
Yeah, that was great.
His costume was. He looked way better than fucking the blue eel fucking shit he had for.
Well, you know they weren't gonna do that. She was like, we can't bring that shit into Marvel.
No. Big Leo, R.I.P. TMA. She a real one.
TMA. Oh nah, man.
6 scale reviews. Second best MCU movie. Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I love Infinity War. I'm a big Infinity War fan.
I'm a big Infinity War fan too, man.
Yeah.
Civil War, Infinity War. It could be top 3.
This might be top 3 for me, man. Yeah.
Infinity War was fucking awesome, though. That's the whole thing.
All this, I want to rate the Spidey movies with you, but yeah, this was a. This is fucking so good. Let's see. All right. So all right. So we get that scene. We get earlier in the movie, we kind of had some hints of Ned saying, "Oh, he has like some magic in his family, what have you." And so he, at one point, when Peter defeats Strange in the mirror dimension, he takes his sling ring and gives it to Ned. And Ned kind of been playing around with it, and he kind of figures out, like he's talking about, "Oh, I wish you could see Peter." And it starts to sparkle, and he actually does it again. He's like, "Oh, focus and do it." And he opens a portal, and we see a Spider-Man in the back, just walking around. And you know it's going to be one of the fucking guys. And then when he gets close, you can see the big eyes, and that's fucking. You can tell it's fucking
Garfield. Amazing.
As soon as he walks into the fucking thing, you see Garfield, man. He pulls off his mask. This is the best. I just fell in love with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man because this was his best performance as Spider-Man. The first 2 movies were kind of hit or miss. Like his Peter Parker was kind of all over the place. I did like his portrayal of Spider-Man. I thought his Spider-Man was pretty good. Very quick, like the quips were
quippy.
Really, yeah, the way I kind of imagined Spider-Man. I love the suit too. I think the suit is really good. So I think he kind of like fucking steals a show from the scenes he's in. Like when we get our next Spider-Man appearance, but he kind of I think he's just fucking his interactions, his little quips, his little fucking his self-deprecation. I think he won me over in this one, man. I just like I like. There's like a petition to like, get Andrew Garfield make his 3rd movie. If they want it, like I wouldn't mind him being the Spider-Man in the Sonyverse. Like he could fight Morbius, he could fight Venom, and over there.
Oh, that'd be sick.
I keep him like I have Tom Holland has the Spider-Man in the MCU, and have Andrew has the fucking Spider-Man in fucking the Sonyverse. I wouldn't mind seeing that because I want to see more of this Andrew Garfield, like this version of the Spider-Man, like Peter Parker. I thought he did great, man. What'd you think when Andrew showed up?
I liked that Andrew showed up, man. He just seemed a little bit more awkward. Finally, it was right. It was a little bit more of an aged fucking Spider-Man. They kind of knew it was him. Like they're like, oh, you're Peter Parker because he's wearing a Spider-Man suit, and they know they're dealing with the fucking multiverse at this point. It was nice to see that kind of reveal. I was just like, everybody knew it was coming. We're not stupid. We're dealing with
everybody like
multiverse.
It was a worst kept secret. Like people knew that they were going to come in. Like Andrew
especially
did a great job about, like.
I'll tell you, if Into the Spider-Verse never came out, this would have been a huge surprise.
Yeah. Like I kind of wish they kind of like kept the other villains too. Like imagine like being in the theater and seeing fucking Octavius show up and fucking Defoe show up without knowing this was gonna happen. Like they should just like built this as a fucking Doctor Strange Spider-Man movie. Like fucking like them kind of having the battle and like you just have these guys show up out of nowhere. That would have been fucking amazing. But you can't fucking keep these kind of things secret anymore because people want to spoil shit.
It's fucking sucks because I'm not sure if there's anything that was in this that wasn't speculated on or talked about beforehand, and we knew what was coming.
Yeah, that's Daredevil stuff was speculated on. The Andrew
Garfield and Toby,
Electro, all this shit was like, it was all kind of spoiled already. But still, just seeing it happen on the big screen and like like initially, like when they said, "Oh yeah, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are probably going to show up in this," I was like, "All right, they're going to show up for like the last 5 minutes. They're going to like come in and have a scene."
Or
Where,
just for the battle.
yeah, and so we get Toby show up too. I did like the line where he like shows up like a youth pastor.
I marked out when I saw Toby, man.
I like Toby and all, but yeah, he wasn't my favorite Spider-Man for sure. But it was cool to see him back. You can't if you're gonna have Andrew Garfield, you have to have Toby back. So it's cool to see him come in and just kind of their chemistry. Right away, they all had really good chemistry with each other. Like the Spider-Man, they all had really good fucking. The scene, probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie is the rooftop scene, where they're like, "Oh, what's the place where you would go to like be alone and kind of like gather your thoughts?" I was like, "Oh, the Chrysler Building. Oh, the Empire State Building for me." And then fucking they're like, "Oh, we
Top
know
of the high school.
Top of the high school." And so it's a great scene where they're consoling Peter, Tom Holland, and then just like, "Hey, there's some people here to see you," and it's fucking Toby and Garfield jumping down off from the roof. I thought it was a great visual shot too of them just like standing like they're doing their Spider-Man poses on there, and they, Tom Holland's like, "You don't understand me. You don't understand what I'm going through," and like, "No, yeah, we do, man. I lost my Gwen. I lost my Gwen Stacy. She was my MJ." And he was talking about who losing Uncle Ben and shit, and
Then the line.
yeah, and then Peter's like, I want them dead. They're your problem, not my problem. And he says that line, and he's like, I've seen your rage. And Garfield talking about, I stopped pulling my punches. There was a rage inside me, and just great fucking character beats with these guys, man. Just great back and forth, and he's talking about like. Even after MA was about to die, she said, "With great power comes great," and they finished the line for him. He's like, "Yeah, that's what Uncle Ben said before he died." And so, just a great fucking movie, man. A great movie moment right there, man. Just then, kind of this is where Peter kind of like realizes, okay, I got to be, I can't let May's like death be in vain. Like I got to finish what we started, and basically they go to the high school and they fucking. Initially, I want to hear your thoughts about the rooftop scene, but then definitely want to go into their their high school chemistry fucking scene is fucking amazing.
The rooftop's great. That's what I've been waiting for. It was a chance to see all like three of them together, because it's like seeing three brothers that never met each other.
Mm-hmm.
They all are going through the same thing, even though it's been a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
They all really can relate.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Toby's the one that kind of took the reins on the whole thing, where he's more of he is the elder statesman out of all three. He's the oldest brother. Yeah, they kind of looked at him a little bit because he's been doing it like the longest. But it was just sick to see all three of them like that, man. Yeah. Like I like seeing that Toby wasn't like, he's just dressed regular. It's a regular. He's a youth pastor, yeah. But it feels like Garfield, like the fact that he's wearing the suit when they find him, it feels like he's always in the suit since Gwen died.
He's just Spider-Man 24/7.
And that's one thing I like. One thing that Batman should have done after fucking Rachel died. But
Rachel.
Yeah, but this Peter didn't stop being fucking Spider-Man. He fucking like
dedicated. Let's not got off on the fucking Dark Knight fucking.
No, but what I'm saying is that Peter, he dedicated himself to being Spider-Man. That, or Andrew Garfield's Peter, which I fucking found great, because he's like you said, stopped pulling his punches at one point. He's a bitter fucking dude. Where you can see Toby's is fucking still like, I know, he's a fucking Spider-Man has been battered by life.
Yeah, and that Peter definitely has been fucking
through the shit.
Yeah, and it's just great to see you get to see like little where their characters are like went. Like you see him talking about Mary Jane a little bit later, and it's complicated, but we make it work. So they're still together. So we get to the another one of my favorite scenes is them in the fucking chemistry lab. Working together, just the little quips, and they're like fucking back and forth. It's just instant fucking chemistry that they just have such great. The comedic timing between all the Andrew Garfield, especially in this scene, was so good in this scene, man. He was just fucking just quipping, just fucking self-deprecating, just fucking just so. I just like when they were talking about the web shooters, like, where does that come from? Where's like where do you get? Oh, what, you guys can't do this? Like, no, like it just I love that scene so much, man. I can't wait to go rewatch that scene. Just,
for that scene alone, that scene alone, it feels like a Beastie Boys rap that everybody knows exactly when to come in.
Yeah,
and it felt so fucking natural. Yeah. That's a scene that you would expect to see between three fucking Parkers. Just they're working in a lab, being fucking nerdy as shit, and just being Parker.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, I've been thinking about curing Goblin for a while, so yeah, I got this, and then they all take different approaches to how they're going to cure these different guys.
Garfield with Doc Connors, I got that. Don't worry about that. I got that. I already got that. I already did it. Like, that was great. I fucking love that shit, dude. So it's that the chemistry between those three is fucking great. That's the thing with any movie. If the chemistry is right, it really makes the movie that much more enjoyable. And once these two dudes fucking popped up, because Tom Holland up to that point, I mean, it was depressing because he was trying to fucking get everything back right, for his other friends, but
he failing miserably every
fucking time, and he needed help.
And this was he could easily became just a bitter like fucking just, but these guys being there and kind of showing them, hey, there's don't do what we did, don't do what I did, you need to do what you need to do, and they were there like. If they had somebody like that to tell them, like, "Hey, it's going to be okay," it gets better. Like it gets better. You can be a different Spider-Man. You can be a better Spider-Man.
This is the best part of this movie. The mentors that he got is not Tony Stark. It's Parker's.
Yeah.
Peter Parker being a different Parker's, but being a mentor to Peter Parker. He's gonna take these guys' fucking shit to heart more into the future.
I think so.
It's just I'm just glad that they worked away from the whole Tony Stark thing.
Like the tech and all this shit. No, just like Spider-Man's a more grounded character. He doesn't need all the tech bullshit.
He gets
it's cool, but he doesn't need it.
I honestly, I'll tell you, I think that's one thing I think I love about Toby, and I think that's why, maybe Leo could tell you the same, because I know he likes Toby. I think the reason I respect Toby so much is that Toby got his ass whooped. Honestly, he got his ass whooped by fucking Goblin. He had a fucking drag out fucking fight with Goblin in that first movie. Second movie, he was getting fucked up by fucking Doc Ock. He was giving it to Ock, but it was like a fucking slobber knocker, dude. Straight up. They were beating the shit out of each other. Mm-hmm. I don't think Garfield ever had those kind of fights where he's just getting the shit beat out of him. Like, it looks like it's all that there's no hope. That's one thing about Tobey Maguire. It's like there was always like no hope, but he found a way to fucking do it. And that's the thing about Spider-Man. He always finds a way to fucking do it. I'm just glad. Yeah. Preacher. No, I just I just think that there's a thing about when it comes to Toby.
You need to go through this kind of trial.
Exactly.
You need to go through, and that's why it's like, oh shit, this is an origin movie. Just is like, okay, this is it totally changes the whole fucking vibe of the trilogy. It totally just
fixes it.
It fixes it for sure. You're like, one of my we talked about earlier. One of my biggest issues with the Spider-Man was too reliant on fucking Stark shit. No, I'm sorry. It was never he worshipped Stark as a science point. Like he did. They did have books together and shit, but not where it's his whole fucking character is based on fucking Tony Stark.
I think the relationship that he has with Stark wasn't that more of a relationship that he would have had with Norman. With Oscorp or whatever.
Yeah, but he did take him under his wing for a little bit, but not to the extent where it's just every fucking all his character traits are I want to be next Tony Stark. No, he wants to be Peter Parker. We'll get to that in the. So let's talk about the big fight at the end. They get all the cures. They're gonna go onto the Statue of Liberty and have this big brawl. At first, it's like they're not working as a team, and so they kind of like they're kind of fumbling about, and they finally like say, "Fuck it, let's work as a team." I love the scene. Peter 1, Peter 2. I'm
Peter 3. that was fucking great, man. I loved it.
I love Garfield in this, man. His logo. I like the little scene where they're like fucking. He's talking about his back's fucked up, and he cracks his back. Just those little moments between them.
That's brother shit.
Just great little moments where it's like you don't need too much story. You doesn't need like all this background. You're just talking like you do with your brothers, and they're talking about the villains they faced, like all the different. Oh, what was the weirdest villain you faced?
Faced a rhino in a mech suit.
He's like, I'm lame.
I'm lame. Yeah, that was fucking great.
And he is definitely considered one of the lesser of the Spider-Man for sure. But I think I think he captured it so well. I think I would love to see another Andrew Garfield.
This redeemed him.
I think so. Yeah.
This redeemed him. Yeah. I want to see an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man from Sony.
Yeah.
If they're willing, and let Marvel be like, yeah, okay, go, we'll produce it.
Yeah. I think who was it? John Watts directed the Andrew Garfield ones.
Was it John Watts?
Yeah, I think it was John Watts. Yeah. Or was it yeah, John Watts.
Yeah, he liked.
No, sorry, John Watts directed this one. Mark Webb directed.
Mark Webb, yeah, that's the guy.
Sorry, I always get those guys confused. So I think he just didn't get. I don't know, like they were trying to do too much with that character, and I didn't like his. Like I said, I like some of the Spider-Man stuff, but his Peter Parker stuff, I didn't like. This I liked both. I thought he was just perfect. Fucking, he pretty much stole the movie for me. I really liked his fucking his banter, his fucking wit. His chemistry, like he had chemistry with everyone, like even just with that scene with Mary MJ and fucking Ned Leeds, just went like, "Oh, prove it!" Like stop throwing bread at me. With
the grandma too.
Yeah, the grandma stuff too. Like,
can you get the cobweb up there in the corner while you're at it?
That was a great scene too. Yeah, I like how she was all smitten with Tobey Maguire when he came in. Like she's like. That was great. Yeah. Oh man, there's so much to love about this fucking movie. I love this fucking movie so much. The more I talk about, the more it's just rising on my fun thing. So we get the big fight, and they team up. Great action scenes. The scene where they're all swinging together, all like in sync, and they're like fucking swinging each other around, and like.
And they all do their signature poses while they're fucking swinging. Is what I love, dude.
Yes.
That was the fucking best part.
The moonlight, you get the fucking moonlight, and them swinging around doing their fucking so cool, man. Just. Your spider senses fucking tingle when you see that kind of shit, man. Just great scene, great fight. The action was real. The action throughout this movie was really good, very clean. The special effects are really clean in this movie. There's very little choppy effects in this. So we get they basically take down them one by one. It comes down to fucking Green Goblin. He comes in looking fucking awesome. He has a shredded hoodie. He has the blades on his arm. He looks fucking so cool. The hoodie on. Doesn't need a mask. Willem Dafoe is a goblin already. You don't need a fucking mask. He's already fucking terrifying looking motherfucker already. Just comes in. Fucking so cool, man. They have a great fucking battle. Back and forth. They're beating the shit out of each other. Holland gets the upper hand. He's ready. He wants him to kill him. He picks up the glider. He's ready to fucking stab him. Fucking Toby comes in. Stops it and holds it right there, and just that look on Toby's face, like, dude, don't do this. Like, you don't do this. Don't be this guy. So it just a fucking beautiful scene, man. I love this scene. I just love. We get a little fake out of Toby getting stabbed. I kind of like. I don't know if we needed Toby the fake out of Toby being stabbed, but we had a good line coming out of that after. Like, you're in a lot of pain, aren't you? Like, yeah. But what do you think of this last scene, man?
I loved everything up to the last scene too. The fight on the thing, them fixing each villain, going through Flint Marko, Sandman, going through Electro. I like the Electro shit because he's like, oh yeah, I'm down. I like seeing that part.
When he's like, oh man, I thought you were gonna be black.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be black.
you live in Queens, you help a bunch of poor people. I thought you were gonna be black.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully, there's a black Spider-Man out there in the universe. So a little nod to Miles.
I like that, but I just don't want them to go to Miles Morales so soon. I got so much more Peter Parker to see because this is we're finally getting great Peter Parker movies. Before they cut him off.
Give me 3 more Tom Holland. You can have,
and then you can have Miles Morales.
Miles come in,
and you can have Gwen, and you can bring Spider-Gwen too. But give me 3 more, because Peter Parker's the icon character. It's like, give me more Parker. But yeah, I love seeing Octavius come back and and him helping out. But I think the best scene for me was Andrew Garfield saving MJ.
That's one of the best scenes too. That one hit me too, man.
That's the one that hit me because you could see that he got his chance to
redeem himself.
To redeem the loss.
His role of Spider-Man, he redeemed himself as, and just when you see that come down, you just see him like fucking jumping down and saving her, and just the look on his face, it's like, you okay? You okay?
Yeah,
I'm tearing up just thinking about it.
Yeah, he was about to fucking just lose this shit, but he's just so happy that he was actually able to save someone that Parker loved. Right. Maybe not him, but he was able to save somebody in that instance. I think that was, to me, the most touching part. Yeah, then after seeing fucking Toby stopping the whole thing, I was just like, dude, this is hidden perfect beats. This is how he needs to learn how to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's just go away from the Stark's teachings. If it was Tony Stark would have killed the threat.
Yeah.
So
I like the scene too where he's like fucking he just tosses him the fucking cure. Boom, stabs him. Doesn't even have to, it's fucking just great fucking swift fucking movement. It was fucking so good. Mandalorian. It was brilliant when Andrew Garfield caught MJ, and when Tobey Maguire Spider-Man stopped the glider from killing, was a redemption for both Spider-Man. Yeah, I think it just
being killed by the fucking glider again for Goblin.
Yeah. And he stopped it. It's fucking such great moments. Defoe and Wild at Heart, creepy as fuck from Laurie.
Defoe's just creepy.
6 scale reviews. Andrew's Spider-Man was good. His Peter Parker sucked in his movies. Yeah, I agree. I didn't like Peter Parker. Yeah,
but he's actually a great Spider-Man though.
Spider-Man was great. When Spider-Man was on screen, it was cool. But when Peter Parker was just so emo and I'm gonna be I think he killed it in this one. Peter found another way. He didn't have to kill. Yep, and this Spider-Man hasn't killed. So it's all the other Spider-Mans have inadvertently or vertently.
They went fucking Batman route there. I'm just gonna kill all my villains.
Yep. So we get the ending where Peter's like, all right, we see the reality's breaking. We see shadows of characters. I saw Kraven, Black Cat, Scorpion, another octopus person, Rhino. You can see so basically everyone that knows Spider-Man was going to come through the multiverse, and so Peter has to make the decision. Hey, what if everyone forgets who Peter Parker is? Would that help? And Strange's like, yeah, but everyone's going to forget you. No one's going to remember who you are. And Peter's like, I have to do it, and he gives him, hey, you got a couple minutes because I'm gonna, this is gonna happen. So he gets a nice little moment with the 3 Peters. They hug and just kind of have a cool little, sweet little moment, and then he goes off and it says goodbye to Ned and MJ. And pretty heartbreaking scene where she said, "Hey, you come find me. I'll figure it out anyways." But just
figured it out once, yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure it out again. I'll figure it out again. Just a tough decision that Peter has to make for this, to basically save reality. What do you think of that ending?
Yeah, that's what needed to happen, but it's just one of those. And this is one of the things that kind of makes me mad when it comes to this movie. Isn't that what Strange told you to do in the beginning? That's the whole thing. It was just Peter adding too much. Oh no, but this, do this, and fucking Strange like, dude, relax, shut the fuck up.
Strange should at least Strange was a little quick to fucking just all right, let's do this. Maybe go through the consequences.
Yeah, fucking Strange is trying to do the kid a favor. It's like, all right,
Strange is drunk. I think Strange is drunk. He's like, all right, let's do this.
Let's do. or he's probably pissed that he's not the Sorcerer Supreme right now.
Yeah, he's a little bitter. Yeah.
Wang's the Sorcerer Supreme.
Wong.
I said Wang. Wang. I'm thinking fucking Big Trouble Little China, man.
He's been Wong before. So we get people forget who Peter Parker is, and we get Peter. He's pretty much on his own now. He's got an apartment. He's going to get his GED. He's all right. He's going to go find MJ and Ned and tell him who he is. This was a fucking really good scene too, man. Where he's going to the donut shop that MJ works at, and he has a speech all prepared. It's winter time. He's going to tell her how he is, and he goes in there. He sees them kind of okay, like they got into MIT, and the scene he's like trying to tell, "Hey, I'm Peter Parker. You don't know me," and this. But then when she moves her fucking hair, he sees the Band-Aid, and she says, "Oh, are you okay?" She's like, "Oh, it doesn't hurt anymore," and oh, that line fucking got me so hard too, man. It doesn't hurt anymore. And you could see the look of, like, Holland fucking killed it with this role, man. His facials were so fucking good, man. He just he told a million things without saying a fucking word, and then just him just kind of realizing, oh man, they're safer not knowing who I am. It doesn't hurt anymore. Like, and so she was still wearing the black dial necklace that he gave her in the second movie too, around her neck. So it was just a heart. He basically saying, hey. They're better off without me. They're in MIT. They're safe. They're not in danger. And he does the Peter Parker thing where he has to sacrifice his friends and his family and whatever for the greater good. And this is basically what it comes down to. What Spider-Man is, man. What he is in the comics, man. He's made these sacrifices where he has to miss a date with this girl he likes, or he has to miss this job interview because he's off saving the world, or saving a one person. And he makes that sacrifice. So this is basically when we get real Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man now. What would you think of the scene in the donut shop?
Dude, this was rough, man. But it's just the best thing that, well, for what it comes later, is that now they don't know him anymore. He knows that they're safe, and he'll probably be checking in on them still, hopefully in future movies.
Yeah. I kind of don't want them in the I don't need that. Like, I kind of want to see him, like, because Spider-Man's had different friends in different eras of it. Because I kind of want to see Harry Osborn. I kind of want to see Black Cat. I kind of want to see some different.
Well, I just going because I think it's a big thing that Ned doesn't know anymore.
Yeah,
I have a thing about that. There was a line that Ned said earlier. He was just like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to be a villain."
Foreshadowing.
Well, the thing is, it's just all of his friends who happen to have a little something end up being villains.
Yeah.
Again, there's something about it. So, yeah, I was happy to see that. Are they going to have Zendaya, MJ in it? Probably not. I don't think or they could probably foreshadow her at the very end that he's going back to the coffee shop. Yeah, I don't think she needs to be in the movie.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind seeing him, like, have Black Cat and, like, kind of like. We'll talk about that in a minute when we talk about, like, the future where we could go with this. But just the scene, the last scene of him making his costume, we get the comic book accurate costume, which I marked out for fucking so hard. I was like, they're doing the, like, no more Stark Tech. He doesn't have any context. He doesn't have any help from the Avengers, help from anybody else. He's just Peter Parker, street level, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I want to see a closer look at the suit, but it's basically the comic book suit.
It is the comic book suit.
Straight up, it looks like the suit that's right up in that corner right there.
I love the blue.
Yeah, I love the blue, like a bright blue. It's just very. I'm so happy to see. I might have to get that hot toy. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with that one, so I might have to get that one just because it's the comic accurate one. So we're back to this is like I said before. This is an origin. This trilogy was an origin story. This is setting up for Spider-Man. In the future, there's been rumors that there's another trilogy with Tom Holland in the works, but that's been kind of like a back and forth. But this I marked out so much. Is seeing like this is Spider-Man basics. He's broke. He's poor. He's on his own. He has no family,
by himself.
No family, no friends, nothing. He's just Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I like the Jay Jonah stuff too, where he started off in his basement, like doing the show. Now he's like fucking huge and popular. Now he's Alex Jones level of popularity. So I wonder if they're gonna like have Peter work for him at the station, kind of just gonna keep tabs on shit. But just fucking awesome to see that, man. This awesome to see that the comic book suit and just kind of the potential where this franchise can go now. So many ways. What'd you think, Group?
Oh, well, dude. I just want more movies now at this point.
Yeah.
Like this, honestly, after this is one of those things that maybe, why didn't you film another movie back to back?
I want it now, damn it.
Yeah.
It's coming out pretty quick as far as like the MCU stuff.
The MCU is being smart. Well, they're releasing one movie and then another movie, but it's like, I want another Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I want to continue with this. I want to see street level Spider-Man. I want to see Daredevil in it. I want to see him fight Kingpin. I want to see him fight all the, like some of the.
I love that he has his phone like listening for shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I want to see more I want to see more of a street level Spider-Man, like him dealing with some crime bosses, him dealing with some it doesn't have to be a world ending like fucking.
We know Kingpin's out there now.
Yep. So we'll talk about the credits because that kind of leads to what potentially what we're going to see. So we got the ending of Venom 2 had Venom cross over into the MCU. So I guess that was a big fucking just like ruse. That was just for this scene where he's drunk in a bar, Tom Hardy Venom, where he's just fucking chopping up to the bartender, like figuring out, oh, there's a bunch of superheroes here. And when Strange casts a spell to like eliminate all the foreign people. People not from this dimension, he sends back. But he leaves behind a little piece of the symbiote. So it looks like we're going to be setting up for the black suit, like a proper black suit saga, which I'm happy about because the Spider-Man 3 black suit, I was fucking not feeling. I did not like that movie a lot at all.
I don't think Raimi did either. So
yeah, no, he's made it vocal. Like, yeah, that fucking movie sucked. Them trying to shoehorn the black costume saga. Did not work, and that movie is not good. But this has potential. Like I think they're setting up for Secret Wars. I think we're going to see some Secret Wars in next in probably like 5 or 6 years, and I think we're going to have Spider-Man in the black suit during Secret Wars.
That's what I've been thinking the whole time when I saw that. I was like, Secret Wars is the eventual thing that they're going to do.
Yeah.
So
and somehow the suit gets on him, and he doesn't realize that it's a fucking living thing, and then we can get this universe's Eddie Brock and maybe do a proper Eddie Brock storyline, not the fucking. I like Tom Hardy and all. I just don't really care for him as Eddie Brock. I'm not really. I
want Tom Hardy's fucking Wolverine, not fucking Eddie Brock.
Yeah, I prefer that. But yeah, this could go a lot of places. Like I said, I want to see like Black Cat. I want to see maybe see the introduction to Harry Osborn. Maybe see there's so much potential. Like there's so many villains that we can use now. You could use some of the, like I said, I want to see some of these crime bosses like Hammerhead and Molten Man. Some of these like fucking what's this, a Tombstone?
Chameleon
would be awesome. Yeah, like you see all these like fucking more of the street level thugs. Some of the villains we haven't used yet. He has a plethora of fucking great villains you can use. So and what about this universe's Dr. Octopus? This universe's Green Goblin. There's potential for them too. So many places you can go with this. It opens up a lot of doors to a lot of things. But where do you want to see the franchise go?
Oh, I definitely want to see them set up for the Sinister Six. I mean, we already got Matt Gargan. We have Michael Keaton.
Who doesn't know who Peter Parker is anymore? So that's
exactly. Which that's great. There's a lot, so nobody knows Parker. That's the best part. That he's back to being Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's just Spider-Man. No one knows who he is. Doesn't have like support. He's broke. He's just a fucking. I'm so excited to see where this franchise goes. I hope hopefully they sign Holland to a few more movies.
Yeah, because this is right now. This is the starting point. I mean, fuck, you got
it's ramping up now. Now I'm fucking. I like this trilogy a lot,
but now I'm really invested.
Like, oh man, it just steps up to a fucking whole new fucking level.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that whatever they do after this isn't a letdown, but this they definitely need to do something. I want this universe's Green Goblin. I want Osborn.
Mm-hmm.
They might do Kraven. Well, no, because Sony's doing Kraven right now, right?
Yeah, well, they could do both. Really, they can have them.
I don't know if we're gonna have any more. Well, it depends on what happens with the Doctor Strange movie. I don't think we're gonna have any more multiverse jumps.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second for sure too. The trailer for Doctor Strange was the second post-credit scene. But yeah, just a fucking great movie, man. I love this movie. I said I'd give it 10 out of 10 for me, man. As a Spider-Man fan, that's my number one hero. This just hit on every fucking beat. Just hit every fucking nostalgia point for me. I'm just happy this movie exists. I love
all the suits.
What's up?
It was nice seeing all the suits, like a history of fucking Spider-Man through the.
Yeah, it was great to see it all in the same room and all the differences and shit. And I think that's what he kind of inspired him at the end to like, oh, I'm going to combine all those and make this new comic accurate suit because he was inspired by Toby and Garfield. So yeah, I love the end credits too. That fucking De La Soul song, the magic number. That was
the magic number. Yeah.
That was great. Fucking probably one of my favorite post-credit scenes of the MCU movies, man. A very, very cool fucking scene. Great fucking movie, man. All right, look, you want to rank your Spideys? How would you rank your Spider-Mans?
Like the actor?
The movies.
Oh, yeah. This is number one.
Yeah.
Number two is still Spider-Man 2 now. Yeah. And then it's after that it's fucking Homecoming, Far From Home, and Spider-Man 1.
I like the first Spider-Man a lot.
I like the first Spider-Man, but I don't think it's better than any of the Marvel ones. I think the one that stands above all of them is fucking 2.
Yeah.
And I think Spider-Man 3 is better than both Andrew Garfields.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Dude, it's hard to see fucking Goblin, and it's hard to see fucking that's what your villain looks like. That's I mean, I can take everything else. Venom looked a lot cooler than fucking than Green Goblin did.
Yeah. I think I would probably go I'll probably go this one. I would probably go Homecoming 2, 1, Far From Home, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then 3 is probably the last one for me.
Yeah, it's just the fight in Spider-Man 2 that fucking is
the train scene is just fucking amazing, man, and the side
everything. Any interaction he has with Ock, those fucking moments are
the birth of Dr. Octopus is still fucking so cool, man. When he the scene pretty much Evil Dead with fucking
with Doc Ock.
Yeah. So let's talk. Well, speaking of Sam Raimi, Doctor Strange 2, we saw a trailer, Into the Multiverse of Madness. This looks fucking amazing. We get to see the Doctor Strange from the What If series pop up. So it's just cool that he rewards you for like watching all this fucking side shit. So we get some great Baron Mordo's in it. We get to see Wanda in it. This looks like it's going to be a fucking insane movie. Right now, they're doing a bunch of reshoots, adding a bunch of more cameos and stuff since they're dealing with the multiverse. So we're probably going to see some X-Men characters. I would not be surprised. And some of the other side Marvel movie characters possibly pop up.
Give me Fassbender.
Yeah, Magneto, man. Yeah, I think we're going to pull some shit like maybe she wants to see her father, and then you pull fucking Fassbender from merge the universes and pick and choose like a little fucking MCU draft. But the trailer looks good. It looks crazy. It looks insane. It's a Multiverse of Madness directed by Sam Raimi. What more to fucking what more do you need really out of this? What do you think of the trailer?
Oh, I fucking loved it. I actually dug the whole at the end you get your first view of what if Doctor Strange coming in and just looks fucking evil and diabolical.
It looked like he did in the cartoon. It was cool.
Yeah, he looked fucking crazy, dude. And Cumberbatch, he's trying to chew it up. It looks like.
Yeah.
But I dug the hell out of it. I think this is what Marvel needs to do. Have your end credit scene, but your final credit should be the trailer for the next movie coming out.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do with was it Avengers? Remember when after Captain America, first Avenger, they showed a teaser for Avengers, like it was the first footage we saw for Avengers. Like, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Yeah, it was like a little trailer, like a mini trailer at the end of a.
It was like a teaser, or like because this is a full blown trailer.
Yeah, well, it was kind of like that. It was like a minute long trailer. Like they showed some of the scenes and some of the interactions. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Like, yeah, just show you what the next one is. You know, but,
get the hype train started early.
Yeah, this is and that's only what March. I think we're getting. That's right around the fucking corner. So that's awesome.
I can't wait. I mean, shit, we're already we're 9 days. 10 days away from finishing this year. Yep. So March will be there fast, man.
Lori, those Brits know how to bring the emotions. They are better. They are better actors. That's what they say.
There's some good American actors. I mean, I don't like to shit on Americans or actually anybody from other parts of the world too.
The Mandalorian, everybody Wong Chun tonight. Everybody Wing Chun tonight. Hondo, we're getting the last episode of Hawkeye tonight, right? It's supposed to be the longest episode of TV Marvel.
Is that tonight? I thought it was Wednesday.
Midnight.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can watch it. I have to watch it tomorrow.
I'll probably get up and watch it. Lori, have you seen the trailer for Everything Everywhere All at Once? Oh, is that multiverse one with what's her name?
Yeah, I haven't seen it just yet.
Yeah.
I saw that.
How about the Northman trailer? Looks good to me. I haven't seen that one either.
That looks good, man. Looks like it's gonna be fucking brutal as fuck. Viking. It's like a Viking story. You know, they killed his parents and he's gonna come back for blood. Yes. Fucking. I think Mike Eggers, guy did the Lighthouse and the Witch.
So, the Witch.
Yeah, it's gonna have that real snowy, hazy white kind of fucking feel to it. It looks sick. Is that the end of spoilers?
Yeah, I think that's the end of spoilers. Good spoiler discussion. Anything else you want to talk about spoiler? I think we pretty much covered fucking.
No,
everything.
Man, it's an amazing movie.
You're amazing.
Yeah. I just want them. I don't know what they'll do for the next thing, like Spider-Man. No, I know it's No Way Home, but I think the whole home thing is done.
Yeah. No, this is the home trilogy. No, that's
the home trilogy is over.
Call it like Web of Spider-Man or Spectacular Spider-Man or something like that.
Spectacular Spider-Man would be great.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Like Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm down with that. All right, so let's end the spoilers. No more spoilers. Man, that Spider-Man sucked. Oh, what a horrible movie. Yeah.
Horrible.
So yeah, go if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's fucking great. I dug it a lot, man. It's just a fucking great, beautiful movie. Hit on everything I love about Spider-Man. It's just a great flick, man. If you made it past this, don't listen. Stay off the internet. Don't listen to spoilers. Go
watch the movie.
Go in fresh if you can. Because I think going in, like the less you know, the better. I kind of wish I could get that Men in Black mind wipe and just kind of go in without knowing anything about what's going on here. But let's see.
Yeah, I think there was like no surprises in that for me either.
No. Like and subscribe to the SF Comic Book Co. if you made it this far. Appreciate it. Like the video, helps with the algorithm. And follow the social medias for all that good stuff. All right, let's jump in the pool list. I don't have too much this week. Try to keep this short, but
I'm gonna bypass my pool and my my hidden gems for next week.
Okay, all right. Oh, your top 10? Is that going on your top 10?
A few things are gonna go on my top 10. So.
Oh, we don't do we don't do pool lists and
they're gonna be
parties.
They're gonna so it's just things so
all right. I think we can I think this you know what's on my pool list this week? Spider-Man No Way Home. That's on my
that would be my pull list as well. I mean, we're gonna see we'll see what happens with the Matrix, because that's next. We're gonna be watching that tomorrow night. So. Yeah.
I just want to talk about this omnibus I got. Inferno prologue. This came out. This is a prologue to the fucking Inferno series. I'll talk. Maybe I'll talk about it more like next week. But yeah, I think this is a solid episode right here. We don't need any pullets or hidden gems.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
So yeah, good discussion. Always fun to discuss dork stuff. And this one, I was really excited to see this again. I got to see it with Rick, so that was I was really excited to see it through his eyes because he hasn't seen it yet. So I was happy to go through it and see him experience this movie. So good. All right. Anything else we need to cover before we get the hell out of here?
No.
Rick, you're my hidden gem for this week.
Go! Everybody, go get your fucking booster. Yeah, see, go get your booster, right?
Are we gonna do a Matrix?
Oh yeah. I say we'll watch it tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it like on Thursday if we're able.
Okay. All right. Let's see how we feel on Thursday. Yeah. Oh, the Niner game on Thursday. I might be a little too tipsy. Maybe Friday. We'll do a Thanksgiving Eve Matrix episode.
Thanksgiving, you're hella tipsy. Christmas Eve.
I'm not even tipsy. Damn, that's the sad part.
Wow.
I'm just sleep deprived. All right. That's a wrap for us. We're gonna get out of here. Like and subscribe to the video. All that good shit. Good. Thanks to everybody that jumped into the comments. And our community is awesome. Next week, look out for our top 10 of 2021, our personal top 10. The week after that, we're going to do a 2022 preview. That's always fun, too. So a lot of fun shit coming on. And possible Matrix spoiler review at some point this weekend. We'll see at some point, hopefully this weekend.
Well, you know what? This will probably be the case. If it's good, we're going to do a review. If it's not, we'll probably just talk about it next week and say it sucked. Honestly.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. If you see a review, that means we liked it. If you don't see a review, that means we didn't like it, or one of us didn't like it. Don't want to talk.
I'm not wasting my breath on it. Yeah, I have hopes for it.
I
have tepid fears about it. So
yeah, I'm not super like, oh, I can't wait to see it. I think at least if anything, the action's gonna be good. But I'm just what's the story? Like, what's the story? Yep. That's what I know.
We'll see.
Bye, Lori.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Good discussion. Definitely. I think one of our best fucking spoiler reviews. I think really. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Check us out next week.